Well, hello man cavers. You can see behind me the van. You can see the trailer with ramps. What was unloaded off this? Oh, Mr. Chicken. Look at this bad boy. Another quality machine has made its way to Man Cave HQ. So yes, we have, as you can see by the I Love the 90s t-shirt, we have what I think is a piece of 90s art. An old lawn boy face space marketplace struck again. A lovely guy called Mark had this for sale. And yeah, it was sold as a non-runner. So I jumped on it, went and had a look at it. And I thought, do you know, we'll take it. I haven't even turned this engine over. He said it's got a new battery and a new cutter drive belt, but it doesn't run. He said it starts and cuts out. I haven't got a clue. I'm not even going to try it because unloading it off the trailer, I noticed things that certainly aren't right. Now I think somebody's been on here and done a little have-a-go. We have a bolt missing out of the carb support, so somebody I think has probably had the carb off, really not sure. This choke lever was too shiny. Oops. It's not even connected, look. The little choke lever in there isn't even connected on the engine. It's connected carburetor end, but it don't hook on this end. So there's some form of problem with the choke. So I thought that's never going to start with that off. Another thing I noticed, oil leak. I thought she's got a lot of oil leak in there. Oh dear, the dipstick tube isn't even bolted down, and under closer inspection the little clamp what hold it on has got jammed in the flywheel. That's a quick job, so that needs to go back on there with a bolt through it. There we go. So yes, before I even go start on this thing, I'm going to do a few checks. So without any messing about, I think I need to yeah, see if the engine pulls over. I shan't do it on the key. We'll try that later on. We'll do things manually. We'll see if the engine pulls over and yeah, go from there. Ah, what a beast. So here we are back again, and what we're going to do is see if this engine pulls over. So we'll get on the pull start. Okay. Right. Engine doesn't pull over on the pull, but she turns behind. Right, I think I need to get this cover off. I've already noticed there's a bolt missing out of the front. Somebody has definitely been twiddling here. So let's buzz this cover off and see what's going on. Now quite often with these engines, what happens is, I don't know whether it's happened to this one, but you have a ratchet in the middle of the engine that locks onto the recoil. So when you pull the string, it's a one-way ratchet that pulls the engine. It's like a hexagon shape, and they often jam up. And if they jam up, the engine starts and pulls the string straight in and normally snap the string. Cool, it's tight. But what can sometimes happen, because these riding mowers, these 8 horses, have got pretty thick strings, it can actually round the middle. It can actually round the middle out of the recoil. So that could be that, it could be the spring gone, but it's right. Now I've slackened the bolts, it's pulling. Yeah, it is pulling, but it's not. It's pulling, but it's not, what do you call it? The socker's jammed on. Yeah, it's pulling, but it's not pulling the engine, if that makes sense. There we go. Yeah, so when I pull the string, it isn't pulling the engine over. So we need to work that out. I'm not too worried, as long as the electric start work. I don't really want to be pull starting mowers anyhow. Alright, there's our little dipstick bracket. We should be able to lift this off. Right. See, there's the like square piece, and what happens is there's little balls in here, and that acts like a ratchet. So when you pull your engine, that'll pull your engine over, and when the engine starts, this stays still and locates in. Oh, straight away I can see a problem. Right, straight away, there's no square in there, look. There's actually melted plastic where that thing is seized, and it hasn't broke the string, it's actually rounded this out. There should be like a square hole in there that fits over this peg on the engine here. So this recoil is basically not a lot of good. So what I gotta do is, I think I'm gonna just remove this crap out of here. Yeah, I'll clean that up in the shed, and then we'll be back. So guys, what I've basically done is took the guts out of the recoil, so that's not even in there anymore. But before we do anything else, I want to just check over the rest of this engine. Throttle linkages are bent. The return spring is a bit mullered, but I think that'll probably work. My biggest thing is this choke, which is basically somebody's put it on, but I don't think it's the right choke lever. It just seems to have too much of a bend in it. I think someone's put the wrong one on it. Right, we've straightened that a bit, because that's meant to slide through a channel, and the channel seems to have gone. Let's have a look. What I need to do is try and hook this choke, if I can get you guys in here at all. I need to try and hook the choke back on. Where's the choke lever? There it is. Right, that's got a hook on this piece, and it just doesn't seem to be right. Is that pulling that choke on? Let me come round here and have a look. Yep, that's pulling the choke on. No, that's come off again, look. Right, this is definitely not right. It's like this whole piece is just not hooking on where it should. This is not right. This whole lever here now, as soon as you go down to throttle, the whole choke lever drops off. So yes, let me have a ferret about and see if I can work something out. Right, of course, excuse the wind. I've had another little look, and I believe this is the right rod, because I do have an 8 horsepower spare engine that actually looks exactly the same. And it has got the stainless steel rod on, which is most bizarre, because why isn't this one actually holding on? When you go back and return it, right, that just drops right out. Right, all it was is it had come out of the clip at the bottom. Right, it's working faultless now. Alright, our choke had come out. Let's check the oil. Oh, another thing I haven't done yet. Oh dear. She is below low. I'm not immediately concerned about that, because I think what's happened is I've been using it with the dipstick tube loose, and all the oil, because this clamp weren't on here, I think the oil has just come out. You can see it all down there. So I think because this dipstick tube is loose, it's just, yeah, you can see that is drenched of oil. So yeah, I think what's happened is that's just because that weren't bolted down. So let me get all this back on with some bolts, and then we'll have a look underneath, because apparently he's put a new cutter deck bell on. But we'll have a look. All right, let's get back in here, and let's get this cover back on now without its recoil. All right, there we go. Let's get some bolts back in, and hopefully the electric start work. Either way, guys, but taking this middle out here, it doesn't really matter, because that was never going to work anyhow, and it was basically screwed anyhow. It just weren't going to work because it had rounded out the middle. So if the electric start don't work, I'm going to have to find another 8 horsepower cover, because I'm not preloading springs and trying to get another centre for it. It's a lot easier just to get another damn cover. Oh, he's put a new spark plug in, I see. So I see a new spark plug's been fitted. Now I've got some spare. I thought I bought out some spare Briggs & Stratton bolts. I did, in my pocket, Briggs & Stratton bolts. So we'll replace the missing one. Come on, get over. There we go, that's got the missing bolts back in. So let's do these back up. Let's do these back up, secure our dipstick hole, and then we'll have a check underneath and see exactly what's going on under there. This actually looks like a half-tidy machine. But we'll see, won't we? Is it worth, guys? Is it worth checking underneath before I start this, just to make sure the belts are all good and they have been put on semi-correct? Alright, that's the cover back on. Engine's turning. Yep, engine's turning, that ain't catching, that's good. Right, I need a bolt for this dipstick. Alright. So what we need is a little bolt what goes in there and hold that dipstick down. Let me go in the shed and see if I can find one. Alright guys, I have a small bolt that I think will possibly do the job. No, that ain't big enough. We need a bigger bolt than that. Take 2. Right, I have found a different bolt that I think will go in. Oh, this one's looking hopeful. There we go. Oh, it's going in by hand. This is most excellent. This is a genuine Briggs & Stratton roofing bolt, which will do the job absolutely fine. There we go. Our dipstick is now well and truly held in. There we are. She's tight and all good. This is, I've just noticed, there's still a little bit of lift. See that? You can, what it is this plastic tube goes into like a rubber bung. There's like a rubber, not bung, what do you call it, grommet. And that rubber grommet over years, because this is old, so that rubber grommet over years has probably perished and not holding that. You can get round it, take your dipstick tube off and put some PTFE tape right on the bottom, take out the play. It'll be fine for our testing purposes. I just want to see if this thing runs. But before I do that, I want to just check underneath. Plus, we haven't had a good look around this thing yet. I mean, we have man cave approved tape. There's been a repair done. We have the man cave approved. We have cup holders so we can have 2 cold beverages. Your phone can go in there. They thought of everything. This is an RE8E. There we go. So she's the 8 horsepower. Whether everything works, we'll drop this deck down. I'll shin underneath, and I just want to see if there is new belts in here, because he said there's a new drive belt. Now whether there is, I do not know. Can we actually see anything? Oh, I see a belt. I can definitely see a belt. But whether that's a new one... Ah, there's a belt. I'm looking through the screen of the camera, guys, so... Alright, I think the belt is on, guys. Let me have a feel underneath. And mate... Alright, there's no belt going around the pulley. So our cutter deck... Oh, yes it is. Yes it is. There is a belt on it. Yep. Couldn't feel it in the groove. No, there is a belt in there, guys. Yeah, that's got a belt in it. Right. How do this actually go around? Oh. Alright, hang on. If we look through this gap, you can see where my hand is here. That is the idler for the tensioner. That's actually good. It's not seized, it's free spinning. I want to make sure the belt... Yep, the belt is the other side of the guide. So, yep, that's not going to chew the belt. So I do think there is a new drive belt on here. Excellent. Is there a... I don't think there's even a thread left in this hole, look. Yep, there's no thread left in that hole, so getting that bracket back on is not going to happen. Right, I'm thinking, before I start much else, that I'm going to take the carb bowl off, just see if it's crappy and dirty in there. Let me get an 11mm spanner. Right guys, I can't remember if this is an 11 or a 12, so I've bought both. You watch, that's going to be a 13, isn't it? It is and all. We'll just cut this bit out. Right, so we're out here with a 13mm spanner. There's a screw in the middle of this nut. Do not change that screw because that's actually your mixture screw. I just want to see how clean this carb bowl is. To be honest, it's not bad, guys. It's not bad at all. There's our needle. Don't know whether the camera's focusing on that, but there's our needle and screw. But what we can do, float seems to be working, the levels seem okay. I'll just give this bowl a clean up. We'll turn the petrol on, make sure that gets through. Petrol's getting through. Switches off with the float, look. Yep. I think, guys, we have a half decent chance of running. So when you put these bowls back on, put them on and give them a little twist to seat them before you put your nut back in the middle, and then again once your nut is back on. All right, the nut's on, I'll just give that a twist. There we go, now we can tighten that up. Don't over tighten these because that's only aluminium that just wants nipping. There we go. Turn your petrol on. Wait a few seconds and then we'll see, make sure that carb's not leaking. There we go. Do you know, this whole cutter would clean up. There's a wire off here, look. Is that meant to go on there, do you reckon? This mower would clean up really well. Do you know, I think it would. I think this old mower would clean up well. Right, we're not having a leaky carb. I think I need to put a little bit of say on that. Is there enough oil in it just to test run it? And then I can change it. Right, we have a tiny bit on the stick. There is a tiny bit, hold on, there we go. There is a tiny bit of oil on this stick. There's enough to test run, guys. This thing actually would clean up. It's just dirty because there's oil leaked everywhere. Right, I'm a bit impatient. Let's come round here. Let's see if the old girl starts. Right, our choker's working. Let's have a go. Oh dear. Oh well. That's not so good, is it? Right. Our battery is flat. I think we need to charge him for a bit. Alright, could it really be as simple as going in the battery box and noticing that the live wire, the nut is loose? I think our battery is slightly low still, but could that just give us enough? They were both loose. Will that just give us enough to start her? I have no clue. I doubt it. I think I'm very wishful thinking. Let's have a look. Now, no, we are definitely dead. Well, it looks like we're charging a battery. Well, charger on, and it's showing one LED. So yes, I think that could be our problem. Flatus batus. Right, we'll be back in a bit. I'll just give that half an hour. Right folks, it's been about 45 minutes. We've gone up to 2 bars on the battery. I think we're going to disconnect and see if that's put enough in it. We'll have to see, won't we? Let's get the charger out the way. Oh. Right, let's see if we've got enough in, and will she start? Is the petrol on? It is. Let's have a go, guys. Look at that. Come on. Well, she's going. All right. I think this is probably what he meant when he said it starts and cuts out. Alright, I think we're going to have the carb off. I'm pretty sure that's a fueling issue. Let me just back off the mixture screw a bit. No, guys, I think we have a carb issue then. Pretty sure that's going to be it. Disconnect that wire. Made no difference at all. Right. Well, we're going to leave the video here because it's long enough. We've done a bit, and I've got to take Rachel to hospital for a blood test. So we will be back another time, but at least we know the electric start seems to work. It runs, but it don't want to keep running. So I think first order of business, take that carb off and give that a good clean, and then we'll go from there. So that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed this YouTube video of the little 1990s Lawn Boy RE8E. Right, there we go. There she is. I will put that battery on charge overnight to get that right full. And yes, we will be back for another video where we'll buzz the carb off this thing and see what she's doing. Bye bye for now, guys.